And so a series of unfortunate events meant that we had lost that Land Cruiser. Punctured down, a 5-week-old baby in the back seat, and the very real reality that that river could be too deep to cross. Just a quick little update. We're coming in on the backside of the CEDERBERG. The back end of the Beano Valley. This road is no longer a sand road, we are now off-roading. It is 20 to 7. The sun has just gone down. And we may very well have to turn around if this river is too deep and go all the way fucking back at night. There are only two types of people who usually buy a Land Rover. Those who speak with British accents and those who forgot to buy a Jeep. So why the hell would I want one of these? I'm in the desert. I'm in the desert. In the middle of South Africa. But you would think that I was in a first-class Boeing cruising at 10,000 feet. It's so cultured. It's so quiet.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Baby's bath. Baby's not washing.
I
love what they've got going on there. You've got baby bath
It's not bucket list.
and bridegroom.
How do I rotate this thing?
Some virgin acting, but get out.
No, don't rotate it, leave it like that. Shit, okay. I have to get that on the record.
Virgin against
And action.
Can you get that fast?
Great character, this car. Great fucking character. Love it. This is what character's all about, boys. All the character.
Great arm.
This is footage if I've ever seen it. Why is this not going down?
It is.
It's just fucking slow, dude. Jesus! That's what took like 10 hours. It's so estranged from everything outside. And I'll tell you, my friends, that's not what you want if you want to go on an adventure. I want to be out there. Give me the adventure. Bring it in here. Bring it in. It's so cultured and quiet and fantastic in here. Land Rover, you built a fantastic car. You really did. Holy smokes. Oh, clowns. Look like a liar.
We jacked it up. Place that shit.
So here we go, and it's off, and it's a mirror. You gotta look at yourself. You know? Now gents, as you know, I've recently had a baby, and I'll show you the most annoying thing about this car, right? Is back and forth, and back and forth. If you want to take this out, back and forth. It's so tedious. And then when you switch the car off, electrically it stops. So then you have to double tap here to make it electrically work again, so it can go back and forth and back and forth. For a two-door car, you cannot have electric seats like this. I know it seems normal and it seems like it's something you should have, but I promise you it's very, very annoying. A quick little lever to bring it back and forth. It works so easy. It really, really would. That's been very, very tedious, because if the key is in here and then you don't know where the key is, and you're trying to figure out where the key is to put the electrics back on, to put the seat back forward or back, and the baby's crying, and it's very, very frustrating. To be fair, this is not a baby vehicle, and 99% of the people watching this video will not have a baby and be buying a two-door, and in four-door it probably works very well, but this in two-door does not work at all. There is no ways that when the Land Rover was first making its way through Africa, was it this supremely and unnecessarily comfortable. It really is. And this 3-litre turbo diesel is ridiculously quick. This thing feels faster to 100 than an R-Bar 595, and I think it is. It's 0 to 100 in 6.7 seconds. It's ridiculous. Too much attention has been paid to making this a brilliant car, but not a Defender. It's 35 degrees outside, and I'm in a 5-star hotel. And you might think that that's a good thing, but it isn't. It absolutely is not. I am so detached from the CEDERBERG around me that it's actually frightening. I'm not entirely sure that that's what you want when you're trying to conquer Africa. Talk about a Land Rover. Here's a Defender right now that I'm passing, an old school Land Rover. Brilliant. What's here? Hi meneer, hoe gaan het? You love it?
Love it, love it, love it.
I'm actually doing a video on the new Land Rover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? He's in an old Land Rover Defender now. This is the new one. What do you think of the new Land Rover?
I love it. I think it's very, very cool.
I was telling the camera that it feels too refined. It feels like I'm detached from the CEDERBERG around me. You know?
Well,
Whereas you feel like you're in an adventure.
Swap with pleasure.
You hear that?
We'll swap,
There we go.
and then you can feel unrefined.
There we go. Well said. Well said. Good to see you. This is what Land Rover's meant to do. It's meant to bring you to places like this that potentially you've never been to. Small towns on the tip of Africa. Welcome to Wuppertal.
think to myself, why couldn't it have been more rugged? Why did it have to become this? I like this car, and if this car didn't have a predecessor and it was a standalone new off-roading vehicle, it would be absolutely awesome. But what Jeep has done in the new JL, it was in the JK, it was in the TJ before that, is Jeep's essence of adventure and off-road remained the same. What defined the Land Rover Defender, the sense of overlanding essence, the sense of adventure, that's lost. This car does not have that. And it doesn't change the fact that this is an amazingly good car. But if you're going to overland right now, you're going to buy yourself a Land Cruiser.
Well, the joke was on me. By sunset, we had lost that Land Cruiser and were overlanding very much alone. Just a quick little update. We're coming in on the backside of the CEDERBERG, in the back end of the Beto Valley. This road is no longer a sand road, we are now off-roading. It is 20 to 7. The sun has just gone down. Well, there she is. And we may very well have to turn around if this river is too deep and go all the way fucking back at night. With the water just halfway up my thighs, I thought that just about deep enough for something that calls itself a Land Rover. Dankie manne.
Yes. Yeah, this is so...
Listen, I don't mind driving through rivers, but when it's not your car and it costs 1.6 million rand, then you gotta be careful when you drive through rivers, pal. Fuck. Hey? Maybe I should buy a Land Rover. Through the river and we're at a place called the Ace One Skull. As you can see, my little boy's just had his nappy changed, and I think I'm due for a nappy change as well after that.
To die krans, rivier, ja. It goes round, it's like, you imagine a plaas is fucking square. Maar nie. Dis grense en paadjies en, I mean, daar's my buurman is hier. Dis sy plaas. Daar's 'n hek hierso. Daar is nog 'n hek en die laaste hek is myne. So as ek op plaas net sal is. Ja. Ja, so ek sê ek kat.
Yeah, that's well explained, bro. Tell you how much I've been wanting to dive into this new Land Rover. This is an important moment. It really, really is. Bearing in mind, I own 2 Jeeps, and bearing in mind that I came into this review wanting to not like this car. Check this out. This Land Rover is so much better than I wanted it to be.
It's annoying. This thing will do everything you want it to do. Seriously, it will. And just when you think it can't do it, it'll do it. But the issue with this car, and many people will think it's not an issue, is you feel so detached from this awesome environment around you. And take a look at this place. You don't want to be detached from this. You want to be in it. You want to feel like you're off-roading in it. That's the issue with the brilliant new Land Rover Defender, is that you don't feel as if you're a part of this extraordinary environment. Isn't that what 4x4s are for? That's the issue with this car. But it'll do anything. Be assured, it won't get stuck. Well, to be fair, I haven't tested it properly, but by the looks of it, it won't get stuck. Listen to this, listen to this. Okay, 40 k's an hour. 70, 90, 110, 130, 40, 150, 160. It moves. Hierdie ding move, hoor. Hierdie ding move, my pal. Ja.